Okay. So yeah, so and this is just going to as time goes on, as the sun sets on the boomers, it looks like we're just going to get more. The technology is just going to expand more.
Yes.
Assuming this 5G, the 5G networks get completely implemented, that's laying the groundwork for the IoT, the Internet of Things. I'm not sure if you've heard of that. And then
A little bit.
Sorry?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So there's content on my blogging platform about that. And artificial intelligence, all that's, so now we're going to have generations of humans who are going to know just machines talking to each other and more automation. And it's going to be interesting to see how the automation impacts cities like Detroit, more so than it already has.
Yeah, yes. I think it's going to be a good thing.
Really?
It's going to provide a lot of new opportunities. Yeah, it's going to provide a lot of new opportunities. And it would modernize a city that's been kind of behind the curve, to a degree, for quite some time. We have the Renaissance Center. We call ourselves a Renaissance City. Well, I think we're actually starting to live up to that night, because now we have this new frontier to navigate, and more importantly, we have people who are capable and young enough and have the acumen to make these things happen, because they've always grown up with it. It's nothing new to them. It's just a further exploration, further expansion of what they already know. I think it's very possible.
Okay. All right, very good. Well, Rich, is there anything else you wanted to say about the Gen Xers and technology and what's unique about our generation?
I think one thing that's really important to admit, you look at pop culture, we're the MTV generation. We're the first generation that actually had a channel showing us music video, showing us culture, style, slang, new approach to things. We experienced all that firsthand. We're the testing subjects. We're the guinea pigs for that. Those behind us, it's normal to them. For us as brand, it's a whole new understanding, whole new approach to life. And I think that's actually defined us the way we are.
Yeah. Well, if you remember, we had MTV, we had VH1, we had the Box, and we had BET, all four.
Yeah.
And that's when MTV, all they did was play music all day. And
all day.
Then they switched over to the Real World, MTV Raps, and
Ball Control,
doing more of the other stuff. But there was a point at which when they played music and videos all day long. I missed that. Yeah, we our generation we saw the first reality TV shows, The Real World on MTV.
Yeah, we did while in college.
Yep. Everything went from there. We arguably, like in sports, we saw the last great college players. I mean, and when I say that, I mean that you had Chris Webber in there and Shaq in there and Allen, all at the college level, all at the same time. Now the guys are going straight to the league. So we saw a lot of things change. We saw free agency come to the NFL and the NBA. That changed everything. And we saw hip hop music and it's what it used to be, what it originally was, and then we saw it shift over to more of this hedonism and blinging and throwing money up, and so we saw a lot of shifts. Well, I'll tell you what. Were you gonna say something?
No, I just reminiscing, taking it all in.
Well, we talked about this, and this will make a separate show all in itself. And I think you alluded to this in this discussion, is that another interesting topic for us to talk about is how the technology and just changing societal norms has created a bit of a disconnect between us and the boomers, because us and our parents, we don't always understand each other. They don't understand our circumstances.
Yeah.
They don't understand some of the decisions we've had to make. They
Yes.
don't always understand, they raised us in a certain way, as you said, in that instance with careers. But in many instances, there was a disconnect between what they thought they were raising us for and what the world actually turned out to be.
Exactly.
A good follow-up for this.
You said it. That's it. You prepare me for something that's totally different than what I actually had to experience.
Yeah, and a lot of us Gen Xers, more so than the millennials and the Gen Zers and the Gen Ys, were kind of struggling with some of that still. What we thought the world was going to be versus what it actually turned out to be.
Exactly.
So that we should think about that for part 2 of this, or the next part of this. Before we stop, in terms of this quarantine thing, what's southeastern Michigan looking like right now? What's happening up there?
We have a lot of cases. I think we were 3rd or 4th highest. I checked a day ago, and we're just fighting hard. Our governor's doing what she can to kind of give us some direction, asking everyone to stay in. It's something that we've never experienced for any generation, to be told, hey, stay inside, which is anti our natural inclination. I mean, we're social beings. We're not wired to be alone in the same space, but we're going to have to do what we're being asked to do. This is something we've never seen before. It's completely unprecedented. And we have a lot of cases here in Michigan, a lot of cases. And then there's a good portion of those cases actually here in the metropolitan area, the Detroit area. So we're going to have to just, strap our boots up, stay put, stay home, stay safe, and do what we've been asked to do.
Okay. I know that there was some controversy over the Trump administration wanting to test that drug, hydroxychloroquine, in one of the Detroit hospitals. I taped a couple of videos on that over on my science channel. And there's also been some controversy about why there seems to be an increased number of cases in the Black community. Some would say that some would automatically default to racism and bigotry and white supremacy, but others suggest that it's lifestyle and diet and pre-existing conditions. And one of the articles I read actually said that people who are diabetic and people who have heart disease and cardiovascular disease are actually at a greater risk for mortality due to this virus. So it isn't. I don't think it's necessarily race. I think there might be something to it that it's actually lifestyle as well.
Well, I mean, you can't change your genetics and what you're predisposed to, but you can change your lifestyle. You can eat better, you can get some exercise, you can question and observe, hey, is this the right thing for me? But at the end of the day, it all gets back down to education. If you don't know, you just don't know. As we said before, my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. So you don't have the information or the understanding or wherewithal or acumen to make these decisions. It can be very tricky. But I think it's something that we've seen historically, and we're seeing it now again. We have to make better choices when it comes to dealing with something that is this serious, because we can believe, every theory we want to believe regarding this. The facts are people are dying. We may not know anyone directly who's passed away because of this virus. We know someone who's expired, passed away, who's no longer with us. So we can't make up the deaths. We can't. Those aren't fake. Those actually happen. So let's take our best game plan and do what's necessary to stay safe and just try to build our immune system. And I understand that a lot of things we put in our body don't help our immune system. We got to change the way that we eat, the way we think, the way we live.
Okay. Well, I think it's definitely been challenging down here in the DMV, the DC area as well. I made a grocery store run last night, and the streets were completely barren and empty. And I can't remember on a Saturday night in this area that is completely unheard of. Usually there are cars everywhere, but one of the main arteries I live near, it was completely empty. So a lot of adjustments for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Rich, I think that's a good place for us to stop this initial chat between us. Again, hopefully this will be the first of many before we stop. Do you have anything else you want to say right now?
I'm good. I think we've had a good, fruitful conversation. Look forward to the future.
Okay. After this first time, if anyone wants to reach out to you, say, hey, I liked what you said, or follow you on Instagram, do you want to say what your handle is or anything like that?
Oh, Rich Brown 56.
That's on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching this, everyone. Please leave any comments or questions in the comments section below. Look for me and Rich to do this again. This is just the first of many. Please come back and watch more of my content. And I have 3 other channels now. Big Discussions 76 Sports, Big Discussions 76 Science and Technology, and Big Discussions 76 Entertainment and Media. Please like this video. Please share it. Please subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, stay healthy. And always remember, everyone, that your attitude determines your altitude. Take care, and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.